This episode of Palimpsest contains graphic depictions of violence and gore.
I'm behind the house, trying to decide what to do. I couldn't go through the front yard. The wind was driving from that direction. I thought maybe the house would block some of it if I came this way. I could feel whatever was on the stairs right behind me as I passed through the front door, but it didn't follow me onto the porch. It just let me go. I think there are houses behind the property that are closer than the ones further down Jackson Circle. I can see little lights back there, through the trees. Must be another neighborhood, backing up to this one. I've switched places with the man in the black suit, I suppose. I'm crouching in the snowstorm while he watches me from the windows. I can't see him, but I feel him. Or maybe it's the house itself, watching me, waiting for me to make a move. It's cold, but under the eaves here I'm protected from the worst of the wind. I'm trying to summon the energy to make a break for it into the backyard. I think I can get over the back fence, assuming it's the same height as the side ones. I can't see it from here, but it can't be more than 100 yards. I'm gonna freeze to death if I stay here. Okay. Let's do this.
Palimpsest, created by Jameson Ridenauer and Haley Henninger.
Nothing makes sense back here. There are a lot of trees, many more than I remember, but they create a shelter from the storm. Once I got under them a little, there wasn't even that much snow underfoot, though it is pretty muddy. It's warmer, too. Not warm by any means, but not dangerous. At least this flannel shirt over my Paradise Theater tee seems enough for the moment. I can even feel my hands again. Fingerless gloves weren't the right plan. I'll just admit it. I'm leaning against this oak for just a minute, soaking up the respite from the storm. I can still see those lights back there, so hopefully I'm close to the back fence. As soon as I catch my breath, I'm going again. Hello? Who is that? Jenny? I wonder if there's squirrels or something back here. Do squirrels hibernate? Oh, shit. I think somebody's back here with me. from the house, but I don't think physics applied to whatever lives in the Hawthorne house. Can you hear that? It sounds like several people just on the other side of this little group of trees. I'm gonna move in from this side and see what I can see. What the hell? It's a party. Like a garden party. It's a big open space with flat, mown grass, and there are strings of fairy lights hanging between the trees. There are people, quite a lot of people, actually, walking beneath the trees, holding drinks and talking and laughing. They're all wearing evening gowns and tuxedos. It's like the Great Gatsby. It's more than that. It's like I'm watching a movie. They're glittering somehow. Or flickering. What would happen if I... Hello? Hello? Can you help me? Damn. It's all gone. The lights. Everything. I'm in the dark. In the trees. Am I hallucinating? No. It doesn't matter. I need to get to the back fence. I can figure everything else out later. I need to record what's happening. I haven't gotten to the back fence yet, obviously. I'm beginning to think there isn't a back fence. But I keep getting distracted. I've had 3 more of those hallucinations, though I'm beginning to wonder if that's what they are. 2 of them were the same, a 1930s garden party. I saw the fairy lights through the trees and went towards them, and the people and setting was the same. Both times the lights went dark the moment I spoke or stepped onto the lawn. I got turned around and now I can't figure out which way is the house and which way is the fence. I can't hear the storm at all. Just crickets, which doesn't make any sense in a blizzard, right? Or in December at all. The 3rd time I saw the lights, I was more careful. I tiptoed to the edge of the trees and stayed as hidden as I could. And it was not a party. It was Ginny, looking exactly like she had when I found her in the house, and Grandpa Bob, looking young like in the photograph album. At first they were very still, standing like they were posing, or like, I don't know, like they were on display, like department store mannequins. Grandpa Bob was standing in front of Ginny, holding his hand out toward her, and she was looking at him. They were both smiling. As I peeked around the tree, they started moving. It was like pressing play on a videotape. Ginny raised her hand and took Grandpa Bob's, and he pulled her toward him. They kissed, and he pressed his hand into the small of her back. When they broke the kiss, they looked into each other's eyes. I felt like a voyeur, I shouldn't be seeing this. But then they both turned their heads and looked directly at me. Like they knew. Like the whole thing had been a performance. And they smiled. And then everything turned wrong. Their smiles went wide, inhumanly wide, like Grandpa Bob's smile in the dream. And maybe I was dreaming again? But Ginny's smile was the same, and they looked so hungry. And then I glimpsed someone tall and dark step into the clearing behind them. And all the lights went out again, and I was left in the dark, in the trees. And so that's where I am right now. I don't know which way I need to go, and I can't see anything at all. Just trees and mist rolling across the ground. The snow is all gone, and it looks like fog is replacing it. I think I'm hallucinating. I feel wired, and I'm trying not to panic. I feel more trapped out here than I did in the house. Everything is fucked. I just need to pick a direction and walk. The lights are back. They're in 2 directions from where I'm standing. Both of them seem too far to still be in the backyard, unless I've gotten back very close to the house, and I don't see anything like the back of the house. But it's pretty obvious that wherever I am isn't the backyard. Or if it is, it's some weird version where rules like space and time don't apply. For all I know, I'm still in the foyer. Maybe whatever was on the stairs got me after all. Or maybe something else is going on completely. At any rate, even if I'm just being manipulated by whatever's doing this, I don't have much of a choice, do I? It's pitch black out here, and even though it's not cold anymore, I can't just wander around hoping. The fog has gotten thicker. The lights are the only landmark I've got. So let's see what it is they want to show me. I'm moving toward the lights on the left. They look the same as the others, a string of fairy lights twinkling in the black. And as I walk, it looks like there's actually a path here. At least a flat area taking me towards the lights. Here we are, just behind this tree. It's another. Oh God. It's Ginny. And she's dead. Or she's lying on the ground covered in blood. There's no one else here. She's in the center of a grassy area, spotlit like a stage. She's wearing the same dress. Her stomach is ripped open. Her eyes are open, but she's not. Oh, shit! Jesus! Okay. I think I'm safe. It didn't follow me. I don't know if they can follow me. It's like these tableaux are, I don't know, a film or a stage play. Like they're performing for me, but I don't know if the people I'm seeing are real. Ginny was lying there, murdered. Like she was in the photos, the ones that were stuck in that book. But when I stopped and looked at her, she sat up, smiling. She reached out to me, and something shifted in the shadows behind her, something coming out of the trees, and I ran. I couldn't clearly see what was behind her, what was slouching into the circle of light. But I know anyway. A tall man in a black suit. So I'm crouching in another clump of trees, trying to figure out what direction is what. What is that? Oh shit. More lights. Right there. Like 20 feet from me. Why are they playing with me? I feel like if the man in the black suit wanted to kill me, I'd already be dead. I mean, what is it they want me to see? Another clearing, but this one's empty. Fairy lights strung between the trees, and it looks like... Yes! Yeah, I can see the fence just beyond the clearing. Holy shit, I made it! Fuck. It's not empty. And I'm spotlit in the center of the clearing. Just outside the circle of lights, there's... I don't know what to do. I can see the fence. It looks like houses on the other side, and that means a phone. But there are people here. 4 people, standing separate, each one against a tree at the edge of the clearing across from me. They're facing the trees, standing with their hands at their sides. I don't know if they know I'm here. Can I make it past them? Why are they so still? One of them moved, turned its head toward me. He's not moving now, just standing there with his head turned. But it's Matt. Matt from last year. Dead Matt. How fucking dare they? He can't be real. None of this is real. I'm going over the fence. I made it. I'm over the fence, in the trees on the other side. They tried to stop me. They all reached for me. Matt's mangled face and hands, and the other 3 too, moving surprisingly fast away from their trees and reaching for me. They didn't get me, obviously, but I did feel one of them brush my shoulder, clutching me as I pulled up and over the fence. So maybe they aren't just images? Matt wasn't my fault. We argued, sure, and he was an asshole, but that was hours before what happened. He was cutting a board with a table saw and he slipped. His hand got caught first, and then he went down headfirst into the blade. He was already bleeding out when we got to him. It was tragic, but it was nothing like what happened to Ginny. He just slipped. That's what the inquest found, so that's what happened. I can sort of hear the storm now, but far off. Like I'm in a bubble, and the storm is outside of it. Like the opposite of a snow globe. I don't know what's real and what's not anymore. There is no way this is still Saturday night. But I made it over the fence, so I'm almost free. The houses I glimpsed should just be through those trees. It's snowing again. I've got to get to a phone. I've got to tell someone about Jack. There's a house. Oh, good. There's someone in the yard. I just need to... Oh, no. It's him. The man in the black suit. He's got his back to me, and he's taking... He has a shovel, and he's digging in the ground just behind the house. There's something on the ground beside him. It's covered with snow, but I know what it is. He's burying her. But worse than that, I haven't made it out at all. This is where I started. I'm back at the Hawthorne house.
Palimpsest is written and produced by Jameson Ridenauer. The voice of Ash is Haley Henninger. Our music is composed by Ian Ridenauer and performed by Ian Ridenauer and Dove Beck-Levine. Our graphic design is by Megan Lee. You can find out more about us at our website, www.thepalimpsestpodcast.com. And there you can find creator bios, transcripts of each episode, and a link to our merch store where you can buy shirts and mugs and stickers and buttons and whatever else you'd like. If you want to support what we do, you can go to patreon.com/palimpsest and sign up to become a monthly patron, or just tell a friend to listen. Thanks for listening. Embrace what haunts you.